afternoon, everybody. My name is Lily Wickheiser, and today I wanted to do a little flip through of this ginormous sketchbook that I've been working in since June of 2022. Yeah, I loved this one. As you can see, it's completely fallen apart, and that's because it's mostly the sketchbook that I have just kind of taken around with me to different murals I've painted, and yeah, it's just really been like my travel, which you think is kind of weird considering how big it is, but it's been with me through a lot, so I really love it. But yeah, I wanted to show my face at the beginning because this is obviously my first video, and nobody knows who I am or what I look like, so yeah, that's why I'm kind of sitting down and explaining this in front of you. So just a little bit about me, since I've never filmed anything before. I'm currently studying painting and drawing and literature for my undergrad, and I have a pretty prolific sketchbooking practice, even though it won't seem like it because of this one. It really has slowed down a lot since I've started my painting and drawing, just because that's so intense. So I'm happy that I finally finished this one. But yeah, so I really enjoy painting and drawing. I really enjoy reading, obviously. What else do I enjoy? I enjoy thrifting, and honestly, I don't enjoy photography or videography, but I'm looking forward to kind of figuring it out and getting a little bit more comfortable with it through this. So yeah, let me know if the audio is horrible, the quality is horrible, and I'll try and fix it. I know it's gonna be a little darker just because it's a rainy day, but it's my day off and it's Sunday, so I was just like, you know what, it's fine if just the intro's a little blurry. I just want to film it. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. If you enjoyed the content in this sketchbook, you can follow me at Lillian Jean Art. It's just my YouTube name on Instagram, and you can see a lot more just every day what I'm doing in my sketchbooks and what I'm doing for classes and things. So yeah, I hope to do more videos in the future. I'm probably gonna do a introduction video just introducing myself, and I kind of want to do a Christmas break video type thing off from school, what I'm doing. A little bit of reading, a little bit of art, a little bit of thrifting. I don't really know yet, but I'm pretty excited. So yeah, if you enjoy any of that, please follow me, and I'm excited to get to know you all, and I hope you all enjoy my sketchbook. So yeah, have a great day. So this is the sketchbook. As you can see, it's literally fallen apart. I had to try and tape the cover back on, but it just wouldn't stay on, so I was just like, whatever. So anyways, the first page is just a monthly calendar that I made in 2022, so long ago. Yeah, I like to do this. It makes it easy for me to see what I have going on. I hope there's nothing personal on those days. Anyways, oddly enough, this is one of my favorite pages. It's just a little sketch from an art class that I was doing with a girl that summer, and as you can see, we had her goals right here. This was when I got a record player, and I just thought it was pretty, so I sketched it. Yeah, you'll see a drastic change from the beginning to the end, so just hang on. Oh, and I also like this card that I always see on this one road, and it's always there. It's just an old card that's falling apart, but I like it. Yeah, just bad stuff. I like this one too. I think I did this with just a light blue Prismacolor pencil, and then this, you can barely see it, but it's an outline of a tree, kind of, just a little bit of the negative space, and yeah, I mean, nothing too special. This is also from that art class. I was just having us look at just kind of some observation drawing before we started. And oddly enough, she said she wanted to sketch a fireplace, so that's what we did. And then this I did with my friend's Posca pins that she got because I didn't have any at the time. These are just some plants that were in our yard that summer. And I'm actually quite fond of this page. I think it's really cute. I went to Colorado 2 summers ago. So this was June 13th, 2022. And we couldn't check into our room for about 3 hours. So I just sat outside and I drew just a little rough sketch of what I saw. But I like this a lot too. And then this is the type of bird that's really common in Colorado. And so I took a photo of it and I drew that in a coffee shop one day while I was there. This is just another July spread that we don't need to focus on. This was also from that art class. We drew just the landscape that we saw, and then I added these things later. We caught a snail, so we named it Sylvie, and I added that. This is a collage that I made. I think it's really cool. It took a very long time because at that point I was not very accustomed to using any sort of like X-Acto knives or anything, so it took a while, but I like it. I don't know if you can see it very well, but this is just like sketching things that I saw around me. Here is another, this one took so long, oh my goodness. But I had so many cool images of just like cathedrals and reformers and little animals, and I was really inspired at this point by like the kingdom of God references in the Bible, and so I did that in a collage. This probably took like 5 or 6 hours because, like I said, I wasn't very good with scissors or anything at this point. This is just more art class. Yeah, here's a little bit of writing and some summer vegetables that we had in our garden and things, and I drew them. More planning. So this is when I went to, this is when my painting and drawing started, and so this was in the dorm room that I was staying at. I had hung up an orange garland that I had made, and I had this little plant, and actually that plant died last summer, so that's kind of sad. But yeah, so I was just feeling inspired by all of my decorations. And then I love this page. For one of my first assignments for just like an intro to digital tools class, we had to make like a logo, and so I made a coffee shop, bookshop logo, and this was kind of what it ended up looking like. But this was fun. It's really messy. I literally used my thing as a paint palette, and I don't know, I had a lot of fun with this. And this was kind of when I got interested in painting cups and things, which is kind of a theme throughout this, I guess. So here's more. This was at a coffee shop. I drew these fun, funky plants. This, I went through a little phase of using paint pens and colored pencils and just any kind of marker that I had. I would do these while I was watching lectures, as a way to just keep making stuff, but also, you know, getting classwork done. Here's another one that I did. I love these. I think they turned out so well, and there's something funky in here. They were from reference photos from Pinterest, not like the art itself, but photographs that I had seen. So these weren't my own like still life things. I might have a few more. This was just planning, more planning. This was in a coffee shop. This was for something I made for a class. This was just like, I took this to class, and I was just really missing sketching, and so I would take it around like the dining hall and whatnot and draw things that I saw. Same here. This was from a sparkling water. More of that, just drawing in classes, waiting. This was, this page, let me see if I can get it flipped out. This was, just more of that, like, still life. I love this one. This one might be my favorite. I want to do more of these, but yeah. This was more still life with just, like, colored pencils and markers and whatnot. And then, obviously, this was just, like, a little Inktober prompt. This was planning. Here's more cups. I told you, I really went through a big mug phase, so that's a pretty common theme in here. These were in my friend's house, though. These weren't online. Just more planning. I was teaching my friend a little bit about contour line drawing because she was interested in it. Okay, so these two things I'm obsessed with these two things. These are in my friend's house. I love this bowl, and I love this candle holder, the color palette and everything. And I recently made a large painting for my painting class of a still life that I photographed using these objects for my photography class. So these have made it in a lot of different work of mine, which I think is interesting. But I just love the soft pink and the orange. So I'm happy that I finally kind of used these initial sketches from 2 years ago to do bigger pieces of art this fall. Oh, this was just like bad sketching. This was from a critique. This is just planning for my class. This is from a little art class that I was teaching at. See, I'm telling you, half of the sketchbook is just planning. This was from trying to figure out what I wanted to do to make for a Christmas thing. And I'm really bad at ideation, so I'll start out strong and be like, oh, I'm going to plan it all out. Well, then I never do. And it just turns out looking like this. So I don't even try at this point. Oh, I was writing a speech, so this was a very cool statue, or not statue, pot, whatever it's called, in the hallway in one of my buildings that I take my classes in. And so I think I drew this before class started because I found it rather inspiring. Oh, this is just more planning. This was planning for a mural. Oh, that's my dog sitting down. This is more planning. This was planning for the calendar I painted last year. This was more just sketching while I was out and about. Oh, I did not draw that. I like this page. I think it's kind of cute, kind of funky. I love this page. This is probably one of my favorites in the whole sketchbook. And a little bit of backstory. I read at the time, I was reading, I think, The Last Unicorn. And if you don't know what, you probably know the movie, probably not the book, but it had these really cool, like, just atmospheric moments where they would be on a beach, but it would be really cold and dark and gloomy. And so this is kind of where an idea started of mine, where it was like seashells and snowflakes. And so that's kind of become something that I've worked into a lot of my work. I made a piece for one of my classes last semester where I made a collage and then I did pointillism of snowflakes and seashells and just like a castle on a beach. So that, I'm happy because this is where that idea kind of started. Yeah, this was just a good day of drawing for me. I remember feeling really inspired and just like so excited to sketch because I wasn't in class at this point. So I used a dip pen here, and then I think this is just gouache. I never finished these, and then this was gouache and colored pencil and dip pen. I just love it. Yeah, I really love it. This is notes from a class. This is more seashell drawing. I got into a big seashell phase. These were references from like a seashell book that I have. And then here's a little quote from Wendleberry. It says, "The chance you have is the life you've got. You can make complaints about what people, including you, make of your own life after they have got them. But you mustn't wish for another life. You mustn't wish to be somebody else. What you must do is this. Rejoice evermore, pray without ceasing, in everything give thanks." So yeah, I mean, I like writing quotes in different notebooks of mine. So this is spring break. So there was a pretty big jump from February 2nd to March 5th. So at this time, I was really inspired by quilt patterns. I never even finished it, but it was a good attempt. And I was kind of starting to play chess. I stopped playing chess, but I was playing it that day, so I wanted to draw the pieces. And then I saw one of those like blue and green caterpillars and then some spiders. Everything was just starting to bloom, and the birds and the spiders and the caterpillars were all coming out. And so that's what I did. And then this reminds me of like that caterpillar book. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but if you do, you'll recognize it. Oh, this is just more planning. I'm fond of this page too. My sister actually did this, not me. She's really good with oil pastels. I'm not. But she gave that to me, and rather than hanging it up, I just wanted to stick it in here. And then this was a dogwood tree that was starting to bloom. I don't know if you can see that, but it has like all the little dogwood blooms on it. And then I just got my my little colored pencils and did the background. And then this was just testing colors for something. I'm not sure what. Oh, I like this one too. This is a strong couple of pages for me. I think I did this like just in between classes really quickly because I was feeling I had an itch to sketch. And so this was colored pencils, and then this was just a dip pen. And then I went back to doing nothing. Yep, never did anything with that. Oh, I really like this page too. This plant I drew multiple times. I wish I had that sketchbook so I could show you what else I did with it, but I drew it in an odd orange sketchbook. This same thing. And then this is a little rainbow trout. I think this is all really cute. Oh, this one's cute too. This is geraniums, and this is petunias that we had in the yard. I don't know if you can see well, but I like the colors. It's rather moody, which I like. And then this was just more, oh, new goal. Finish this sketchbook by July. That's kind of funny. That didn't happen. This is more quilt stuff that I was feeling inspired by. Oh, this is a good page too. I think I did this in an art class with another girl. We hadn't painted like any landscapes or anything for a really long time. And we were just like, you know what, let's just take the day and paint little landscapes. So I think I took this reference from a photograph somebody else had. I do not know the photographer, but it is not my own photo. And then I did that same thing in dip pen, and then some flowers that were blooming. And I meant to draw over this like a little landscape, but I never did. But I like the ombre of it. And this is more sketching. This is just like from multiple days. So this is a kitchen piece that we have for the summertime, and it has a lot of fruit on it. And then these are little bunnies that I drew for a commission I was doing for somebody. And this is more trout and fish. And I'm so obsessed with this. It's probably like the hardest thing to see on the page. But this was a swan from, I went to Long Island, New York this summer. And that was a reference photo I took. And I really think I did it justice. But I do like this. This is my brother-in-law, and I like that drawing. This is just planning. This was the first day of classes this semester. I had my pencil pouch, my hand sanitizer, ibuprofen, blue light glasses, Kindle, and water bottle. I really like this page. I was rereading Harry Potter, and I was just listening to it while I was doing schoolwork. And at the beginning of the series, it's talking about the boy who lived and the falling stars and all of the owls flying around. And so I did that, and I think it's cute. I like it. This is just more planning. I also am really fond of this page. This was towards the beginning of my semester, and I was taking an art history course where we learned about, oh, who was it? Maybe a statue of Gudea? Something like that. And yeah, statue of Gudea. And in his cup, he was holding a cup, and in it he had water flowing out of it and fish, and it was showing that the cup was teeming with life, and he would make the society do that. Anyways, and then I went to the beach around this time for a holiday, and I saw a lot of little fish going up in the tunnel of the wave, so I painted that. And then I drew a little Stonehenge, because I was also learning about that at the time. This is just something I did in another art class I was teaching. with some younger kids, but it turned horribly. This is just more planning. More planning, and then this was from my art class. I was teaching them a little bit about like perspective and things, and I really like this cup. I like how it turned out a lot, even though it's just a random page. Oh, I do love this page. This is it's called a marine style octopus flask, and it was made in 15 to 1450 BCE in Crete, Greece, and it was something I learned about in art history, and I just thought it was so cute, so I wanted to recreate it and draw it. Beautiful piece though, if you ever feel like looking it up. And then this was when the leaves were turning, and I just painted that little thing. I never finished it, but my professor gave me this from painting because he knew that I liked the border on pieces, and so he wanted me to have it. And this is just more planning. And then this is the first day of Inktober. I never finished it, but it was dream. So I drew a little dreamy castle with some dip pen, and then I drew like myself dreaming it. I don't know. And this is a house that I thought was pretty. And then this is when I started doing Christmas preparation for things to sell. I'll get the cards that I made at this time. So I block printed it, and this is kind of what it turned out looking like. I'm gonna, if you want any of these, I actually still have some to sell. So I'll leave a little link to buy them in the video. So yeah, you can purchase those if you like it. But this was just my initial sketching and trying to figure out how to do it. See, I took multiple attempts. I had to like transfer it and things. So it got a little messy, but I like it. It's just fun to see my process, you know? And this was the first attempt, and this was the second attempt. And then this is some stationery that I painted for, to sell as well at Christmas time. Let me grab some of that to show. This is kind of how that turned out looking. So yeah, if you want to buy these two, I'll leave a link for you to purchase them in the, whatever, description of the video. There's 5 in a set, so, but. And then this was just planning for an art show I was having. This was Dave Matthew at a concert that we went to in November, and there was this one really cool moment where the light was shining on him, and he had 3 shadows. So I wanted to just kind of sketch that. And then this was a fountain. Here I horribly estimated how much space it would take up. And this was a better attempt, but still kind of rough. This was planning for a cover. I had to draw a book cover, illustrated book cover, and so I illustrated a Harry Potter cover since I had been reading it. So I was just kind of playing around with owls. None of these are my owls, but I was just looking at photos so I could kind of get in the feel of drawing them. So yeah, these are not my own. And then I also saw wands, and I just found some fun wands, and so I drew those. And this is most recent what I've done. I love this page as well. I think it's so wintry. We have this vase or this picture that has a cardinal on it, and we always put Christmas tree shoots coming out of it. And then this was kind of me, like, I guess exploring why don't I use my sketchbooks as much anymore. And so some of the ideas I posed to myself is it a shift in desires, my busy schedule, my lack of availability towards my sketchbook, the struggle of pulling out my paint, lack of inspiration or lack of looking, the feeling of making work that isn't shareable. This was easy. Sit down and draw. I just need to sit down and sketch. So that was kind of like a little reminder to myself that I really do enjoy sketchbooking. But yeah, this is the last little thing I did. I'm painting a piece currently, and I just wanted to capture some of the different plants I was painting. So yeah, that's all. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to hopefully using my sketchbook now more, that I have kind of reminded myself how much I love using my sketchbook. Like I said, if you enjoyed the content in this sketchbook video, you can follow me on Instagram for a little bit more just like behind the scenes, what I'm doing in my other sketchbooks, because I have a few others, what I'm doing in my classes. So yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching.